Hey guys, Nudie Prepper here on a preview video because I have not used this yet, so I'll do a review video later once I've tested this thing out. This is the Victorio seed sprouter. I have not used seed sprouters before, but they sound like a tremendous prepping option for cheap, as a very affordable, very cheap, available food and nutrient source. So there's a great lot of stuff out there about seed sprouters and all that. They allow you to sprout seeds for various types of beans and whatnot, and provide a lot of nutrients for cheap in low light conditions, all that. You really don't have to have light to use these things, and they don't recommend you do so. Keeping them in the light is going to change the production output of these things for the negative. So we're going to see here. This is just a quick overview basically of what this thing's supposed to do. Have not done it yet. These things are available for a very reasonable price. I think I paid $9.95, something like that, for this thing on YouTube or somewhere like that. Can't remember exactly where I got this thing. Had this thing for several months. I've just not gotten around to using it yet. And so, well, now's the time. Heart of winter. I figured this is a good time to try this thing out and see how well it does to provide me some extra nutrients and greens during a SHTF type situation, when you can't grow your basic foods and grains and vegetables and all that type of stuff outside. So, basics of this, going to run down real quick here. Again, not a review, just a preview. But it's got 3 trays here. This thing will automatically handle the amount of water and regulate that. You've got these little inside there, if you see that where I'm pointing, valves that will regulate the proper amount of water in here. So I've been told. Don't know yet. So 3 trays, that's a lot of sprouts there. Various style and all that. This comes with alfalfa seeds right here. These are going to be the first ones I try out. Small little container. So don't know how that's going to work out. I've got a couple others. Cans of 1 pound, or containers and not cans. I picked up that I can probably do cheaper at the local Walmart for various type of sprouting seeds. This one's mung beans. One I bought just because I was ordering this along with a lot of other stuff with Christmas presents, and just figured I'd get this one too by Sprout House. So that's about 1 pound of mung beans. I've eaten the sprouts of that before and liked them a lot, so we're going to try that out. And the next one is kind of a variety. Right here. Got all sorts of stuff in it. Go try that one out too after a while. Again, going to try the standard pack that it comes with first. This one, the other one, other than the mung bean one, comes with mung, green beans, red lentil, not green beans, green pea, sorry, red lentil, green lentil, French lentil, and adzuki. So this is going to get me lots of options, all that. I'm not a tremendous fan of sprouts, but I like them okay. I'm not a fan of paying for them at the store or at a restaurant, something like that, but if they come with something, if they're thrown in, I don't have a problem with them. So we're going to see how that works out. Again, these tend to take anywhere from what the pamphlet here says, anywhere between 2 to 5, maybe 6 days at the most to produce edible sprouts. So we're going to see. What they recommend you do here, the upper part here is the catchment area for the initial water. It's basically Tupperware, if you will. It's got your little valve there. You're going to fill this up, and what's going to happen is water is going to drip down into the first layer, and once the first layer is filled up, it's going to drip down into the second layer, and so on and so forth. And what they say is that it's going to give just enough water, if you water it every day, not to over soak these things and get rot and mold, that sort of stuff, and your excess water is going to cop down here. So we're going to see how that works. I'm going to try this thing out. Sounds like a tremendous option for nutrients other than multivitamins in a prepping situation or when you just can't grow things outside. We're going to see. I'm not sure yet. A little skeptical, I guess. I don't know. It just sounds a little too hippie, but maybe that's just me. We're going to see. There's nothing wrong with the multivitamin, but I'm one of those guys that thinks that, if you can get your nutrients from real food, get them from real food. I'd rather have vitamin C from an orange than from a pill. Nothing wrong with supplements and vitamins, all that, but if I can get it from the real deal and eat it from a real organic source, that's probably better. I'm not a big hippie or anything like that, but I gotta agree. Getting the real stuff from the real source is probably going to be better. I just see this as a great option for supplying nutrients, not too many calories, but nutrients in a SHTF type situation. You know, wintertime, bug out, the winter has knocked out your ability to grow basic greens and that type of stuff. And you don't want to spend a fortune at the store buying them from God knows where in South America where they've been shipped in and who knows how many nutrients they've lost and all that. So we're going to try this thing out. This is the basic little option for about 10 bucks. There's better stuff out there. I just thought I'd experiment with this. I'm going to load this thing up probably tonight or tomorrow morning. And hopefully by next week you're going to see a video. Hopefully with some produce here. So we're going to see. Just have to play around with my latest experiment. MD Prepper, out.